Yeah, my boys and girls, you're welcome to our lesson number 12. Recently, we were looking at um, ethnic groups. We looked at different ethnic groups. We looked at the Bantu, the Hamites, the Nilo Hamites, and many others. We also looked at the migrations, reasons for their migration. But specifically today, we want to look at the recent migrations. That time it was ancient migrations, why the people of long ago migrated. Why the people of long ago migrated. But today we want to look at why people migrate today. Reasons for for current migrations or recent migrations. We have left the other one, so we want to look at the recent migrations. And under recent migrations, we need to know what is migration. In P4 you are taught migration. What is migration? Is someone know the answer there? Yes, migration. Migration is the movement of people and their property from one place to another for new settlement. The movement of people with their property from one place to another looking for new settlement. The movement of people from one place to another looking for new settlement is what we call migration. Who is a migrant? A migrant is a person who moves from one place to another, usually to find new settlement. A migrant, you who is moving with your property, shifting to another place, we call you a migrant. You who's shifting to another place, we call you a migrant. Then we need also to look at the types of migration. Types of migrations. Types of migration, we want to look at the rural-urban migration. This was P4 work. We're revising P4 work now. We have rural migration. We have urban migration. We have rural migration. So types of migration, we have rural-urban migration. We have urban-rural migration, urban migration, and rural migration. I'm moving at high speed because I know this is P4 work and you studied it. So what do you understand by rural-urban migration? What is rural-urban migration? My children, do you know the meaning? Yes. Rural-urban migration is the movement of people. Remember, they move with their property. The movement of people from villages to towns. The movement of people from villages to towns. Movement of people from villages to towns. Looking for new settlement. Looking for new settlement. Not going and then you come back in the evening. No, that's not migration. That's transport. So let's look at another type of migration. Another type of migration is rural migration. What is rural migration? It means the movement of people, their property, from one village to another village. One village to another village. It's called rural migration. Rural migration. You migrate from one village, you go to another village. This one is urban-rural migration. Urban-rural migration, I'm sorry. With urban-rural migration, you move from urban areas, that is town areas, and go to the village. From towns to the village. This is called urban-rural migration. Urban-rural migration. What about urban? Urban means you move from town to town. You shift from one town to another. It's called urban migration. The movement of people from town to town for new settlement. Then the other one we are looking at is rural. Rural means village to village. You shift from village to village. Okay? Village to village. That one you have seen it. Then we need to know reasons for recent migrations. Why do people migrate today? The other time we looked at why people migrated long ago. But today, why do people migrate? What are the reasons of migration today? The reasons for migrations today, one, to look for employment opportunities. Today, people migrate to look for jobs. You see, in towns, there are many jobs. Eh? So you find many people move from villages to towns to look for jobs. Then, another reason why people migrate today, those days there are no jobs. Long ago, during the ethnic groups, we look at the ethnic migrations. But today, the main reason why people migrate, searching for better paying jobs. Better paying jobs. Then, why do people migrate today also? To look for better social services. Before you are taught about social services. Then social amenities. Social amenities. Social services are things provided by the government to improve on the way of life of the citizens. Whereas social amenities are things in town that make life easy, For example, electricity, piped water, recreation centers, those are called the social amenities. Whereas social services include health, education, security, and many others. So people migrate to look for better social services and amenities. Then due to insecurity in some areas, where maybe rebels have attacked a certain area, so people shift from there and go to another place. That is security. Insecurity in some areas. Insecurity in some areas will make people to migrate. Another reason that makes people migrate is outbreak of these epidemic diseases. Outbreak of epidemic disease. An epidemic disease is a disease that spreads very fast. Spreads very fast and kills within a short time. It spreads very fast and kills within a short time. For example, Ebola. When Ebola outbreaks or breaks in an area, very many people run away from that area. Why? They are fearing the disease. Cholera is an epidemic disease. Marburg is an epidemic disease. Today we are faced with the problem of COVID-19, corona. You feel like shifting from one country to another. If your country has too much of the cases, you feel like leaving that place. Another reason why people migrate today, reasons for migration, to carry out booming trade, or to carry out trade, especially in towns, to carry out trade. People go to towns to carry out trade. Then search for better social services. I talked about this one. And then due to natural disasters such as earthquakes, landslides, you find that maybe in your area there is an outbreak of a certain disaster. Earthquake has caused challenges to many people, or there are floods, landslides. Then you say, we shall not manage to live in this place. The government to tell you people shift from that place, go to another. Like what happened in Bududa. The people in Bududa were told to move away from there and go to other places. Chiriandongo, that's an area for refugees. Those people ran away from their homes because of natural disasters. Boys and girls, I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for being good children. May the Almighty God bless you. We are going to continue with this lesson, and I'm going to send you the notes. Otherwise, I thank you for being good children. I know you are doing my work very well, and may the Almighty